At Silicon Ranch, we are long-term owners of our solar power plants. We know it's our responsibility to decommission the plants when they've reached their end of life. We've owned and operated this site for over 11 years, and we have had modules fail and we have to dispose of them. As the volume gets higher, we really need to take a responsible approach to this and dispose of them properly. There are a number of different recycling centers that will accept solar panels. The ones that really stand out have the highest material recovery rate, which aren't just going for the aluminum, but are really getting as much of the material out of the solar panels as possible. This is where solar cycle is really important to take the solar panels apart and get the maximum use out of the value of the panel.
Solar Cycle is a specialized, dedicated company to recycle solar panels that have reached their end of life. A solar panel has a lot of critical elements in it, such as glass, aluminum, silver, copper, silicon. These things, if they're recycled properly, can be reused again. So rather than mining that from the ground, we can mine these from old solar panels. And these materials, we can put those back and make new solar panels and make the industry more scalable and also more sustainable in the process.
Here at Silicon Ranch, partnering with Solar Cycle, we know that 95% of these materials will be used in some form, either in the solar industry or other industries that need these raw materials. A 95% recovery rate is a very high rate of recovery. Most of the other options available are usually taking into account the frame on the module and maybe some base components, but they don't get anywhere close to 95%. So being able to take almost the entire module and circle it back into the economy is extremely successful.
This creates multiple downstream positive benefits for the industry and for the economy at large, because now we are creating jobs in the recycling plants. We're creating net environmental benefits by doing this and creating a whole supply chain and ecosystem that can use these materials and process them. So for example, aluminum frames, by recycling them, we can make new aluminum frames that use 95% less energy than by virgin mining bauxite to make those aluminum frames.
Of all the modules that we're recycling, many of them still have more right with them than wrong. There's still a lot of value in these modules. They can be reused and repurposed, go back in as repair modules to power plants. They don't necessarily have to be deconstructed. Solar Cycle is excellent in this, that they're able to test, identify these modules, and reuse them before being deconstructed. Silicon Ranch, we have 150 projects in 15 states, millions of solar panels across the nation. We're part of a much larger movement that's happening to revitalize the nation's electric generation, and it's being done at enormous scale.
Silicon Ranch is one of the largest owners of solar assets in the United States, and they have a deep commitment to sustainability and regenerative solar, both in terms of agriculture, but also creating a circular economy. And we're thrilled to be working with them in a deep partnership to scale this for the industry. Another important thing, in addition to the actual recycling, is to track what we are doing. Because when you measure it, then you can manage it. And so we track all the data and metrics. What are the impacts of the recycling process? What's the landfill avoided? What's the greenhouse gas benefits? And we track all that through the models that we built, and then we share those with Silicon Ranch so they can then monitor their environmental footprint and see how they can continue to improve it and how our partnership can improve that together.
You need to know that the material that's coming off your projects are actually going into a certified facility, one that thinks about safety, one that's truly bringing the materials back into the economy. Traceability is important to build trust, both with our company and the communities we serve.
By partnering with us and to recycle the panels, they're sending a signal to the rest of the industry and helping to create a collaborative environment and consensus for the industry to get together to recycle all these end-of-life panels and create that circular economy.
16 years ago, I was trying to figure out how to take the glass, the aluminum, silicon, and put them together into making a solar panel that can turn sunlight into energy. Being here today to see how they are coming back apart, seeing how the aluminum can go to a recycler, how to extract the silicon out, showing that a new generation of technologists, of workers from all walks of life are able to continue our mission and bring it forward for decades to come.